Did you see? I think it's Missouri. So my thought of Missouri has always been that they are like number 49 or 50 in the dumbest states in the union.
Yep. And the poorest, dumb, poor, backwoods, that
Okay.
barely have electricity.
Now,
Yeah.
Are you ready for this? I'm about to change your view.
Oh boy. Oh no.
Okay. So what I read this morning is that Missouri passed a law that said if a teacher, okay, so the first thing, if a student goes to their teacher and says, I have a different pronoun than whatever, I have a preferred pronoun.
Right.
The teacher is legally obligated to inform the parents of that discussion within 24 hours.
Sweet. That's how it should be.
The next thing, if there is any instance where the teacher is caught using a pronoun other than their birth pronoun,
Yeah.
they get put on the sex offender registry as a level 1, which is the worst.
Awesome.
Which is the worst.
Yeah.
A year in jail and a $10,000 fine. And that also makes it to where they can't be within 500 feet of a school, so they can no longer teach.
Oh my God. So if I don't like my kid's teacher, all I got to do is grow out my son's hair and have him always face away from the teacher. And if the teacher says, like, calls him a girl, she goes to jail. That's awesome.
So I would say that is more in line with, I don't think that if you could make up a law, you'd make it that extreme.
No.
But that's more in line on where you think on all this.
So the first thing you said, they have to inform the parents within 24 hours. Yes, I would make a law that says if that kid tells you anything other than hello, Mrs. Whatever, I need to know that day. Right? And stop your class and tell me whatever they told you. You don't get to decide what I know and what I don't know. Keeping things from parents is not the teacher's job. They have to tell the parents everything all the time.
I want a daily report of everything that happens.
Yes. But I knew that this was going to happen eventually. Not this exact thing, but like it's so obvious because you've seen it before. Everything swings so hard that we have preferred pronouns, and then everything swings back the other way now where I'm going to murder you if you use a preferred pronoun. You know what I mean? It's just back and forth, back and forth. Everybody's always extreme about everything.
So like the middle ground then would be just stop it.
Yes. Just stop. Yep. That's the middle ground is literally just, dude, stop. Come on. It's not that hard. Come on. You're a boy. It's cool. Don't worry about it. And why are the teachers involved in this anyways? Like, why are they involved in any of this?
Because that's your kid's safe space.
Oh boy. I think they just passed a law in Tennessee where the teachers can carry guns now in school.
I'm not for that.
Why?
All I'm doing is thinking back on all the teachers that I had.
Mm-hmm. You don't want them to have guns?
No. No, my English teacher started coughing and passed out and farted. Like, I don't want her to have a gun.
Did you all laugh at her?
Absolutely.
That's hilarious. So the only thing I would be worried about is you give someone a gun who's a teacher and thinks they can handle it. It's day one of those students takes that gun and shoots the teacher and then shoots somebody else. You're just
you're right. I am for teachers having guns.
you're just basically you're the one sneaking contraband into the schools. Pretty soon we're gonna let the teachers sell drugs too.
I want you to think back through all the teachers that you had, and I think that this would apply to everybody.
Yeah.
There's a set of teachers that you don't want anywhere near any firearms at all.
Yes.
There's a set of teachers that they're on their way out. And they're tired of kids, but they're tenured. They're worried about their pension.
Yep.
So they're just slugging through the day. They don't.
Right.
And they're right on the verge.
Yeah.
You don't want them to have guns.
Nope.
Then there's the PE teachers. Then you just right off the bat, if you're a PE teacher, that automatically makes you the football coach. You don't need a gun.
Yeah, you're teaching driver's ed. You're the football coach. You're the wrestling coach. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you went to a big school. I went to a small school, and it applies the both ways. The same guy that teaches you how to take somebody down is the one that teaches you how to drive.
Right.
Is the same one that says no, a 3-point stance.
Exactly.
God damn it, Rhodes.
It's universal. Don't give them a gun.
Right. So you start eliminating the types of teachers that you don't want to have a loaded firearm, and what's left?
I don't know.
Right. Which is why I'm against teachers having guns.
I understand. But what if they promise not to shoot any kids?
What if it's a kid that comes in with a gun?
They make them sign a pledge. Don't shoot any kids that don't have guns.
Yeah, just like the fucking DARE pledge. That really held up, didn't it?
Right? Do you think that whole DARE program actually did more harm than good? Like caused more people to try drugs? Like for me, I didn't try drugs, but when they showed us like, oh, this is what drugs can do to you, I could see how some of the retards around me were like, that looks fun. they like
Fuck
made
you.
They made it look fun. So you went to the DARE meetings and then you're like, I'm doing that. That's great.
Fucking Coke looks amazing.
Nobody dares me. I'm fucking doing it.
So I never had to do that DARE pledge or anything like that. And I never had to see any movies or anything, or I didn't pay attention. I know that sex ed didn't stop me from wanting to have sex. So I have to assume DARE wouldn't have stopped me from wanting to do drugs.
Do you have like a internal drive to do drugs? Your internal drive for drugs and reproduction are the two things that keep you going.
Yeah, so that's a good way to describe addiction. Yes, an internal drive, much like wanting to breed.
Awesome. So I always thought that abstinence only sex education is
I think all sex education is
agreed. Well, in school, I think school-based sex education is yes.
But I don't think when you're talking to your kids, you call it sex education. So I stand by what I said. All sex education is.
What do you call it?
So you're telling me that you actually said to your daughter, let's have some sex education?
I kind of sang it in a slow, smooth voice.
My singing voice doesn't sound that bad over Barry White.
Oh, Jesus. So
she couldn't tell that I was lip syncing because of the candlelight.
Oh. So why I don't understand how we outsourced that to the schools in the first place. It's ridiculous.
Because it's uncomfortable.
So is math.
No, not the same. I'm not saying I agree with it. I'm saying that's why.
Yeah.
Why do the hard part if somebody else is going to do it for $32,000 a year or whatever the fuck they make?
Right. Oh, God.
We'll let the lady that passes out when she coughs tell my...